my closest colleagues, Christian Giddings, who's getting his doctorate at the University of Arizona in Tucson, asked me if I would publish some of his music for him because he had written a lot of music for choirs, as I'm sure many of you and your colleagues have done before. And it was sitting on his hard drive and sitting at the bottom of his folders and never getting used for anything other than the one time his choirs performed it. And he said, hey, you have a pretty good website. Would you want to put some stuff out there just so that it could live somewhere other than on my hard drive? And I said, hey, let's start a company together. Let's make something where all of our friends who write music can have a place to put out their music and share it with the world. And so that was about 2 years ago, and now we've reached a final name that we're very happy with after a year and a half of batting around different names. We are ChoirUnlimited. Everything is provided by Digital Sheet Music. When you buy a copy from us, you get unlimited reproduction rights, unlimited recording rights, unlimited performance rights for life. If you want it for your school, then you would negotiate an institutional license separately, which is slightly more expensive. If you want it individually, that's fine. It lives with you for the rest of your life. Whatever school you go to, you've got those scores as long as you want them. Unlimited copies. We got very frustrated with, in the summers, I'm a big recruiter, so I'd say, okay, I had 35 kids last year, I could have 45 this year, or I could have 25. Should I order 45 copies and waste a third of my budget on extra copies? Or Digital Sheet Music makes it a lot easier. So we have 6 or 7 composers we work with now. You're going to hear a few of them today, including one of mine, original arrangements. We're also, because many of us are very young and not overly active in the compositional world, we're eager to do a lot of new commissions and work with active choirs. So if you hear anything you like, if you hear a style you like, if you go on the site and hear other composers that you enjoy, I would love it if you'd reach out and we can definitely make something work within your budget to commission something original for your singers. Maybe perhaps one of your favorite folk tunes that you learned in your Kodai levels and something you'd love to see a better arrangement of, but you've never quite seen the right arrangement before. So this is Alice Dearden, a composer from Canada who reached out to us. Lovely woman, and has written a beautiful requiem that you can see on the website. Just take note on the transition from page 2 to 3. Title is May They Have a Song. May They Have a Song. Sorry. May They Have a Song. The transition from 2 to 3, just be a little cautious. If you just play through the melody, starting at the little natural minor, a song to sing.
Yeah.
To sing the daytime, to celebrate the light, a song to hum in the nighttime, to tell them it's alright, to tell them it's alright. Just be cautious of those 16 rhythms when we get there. Take it from the top. The most beautiful tone. Nice and slow. You guys have such a beautiful tone. It's always wonderful singing with choir. I sight read all these pieces with my choirs over the years. They never sound that good the first time you sing a new piece. So thank you so much for your beautiful singing. If you enjoy any of these, there is, I'll hand around a coupon code, just Oake, on the site for 50% off your entire order if you want to buy something. So unlimited reproduction, got it in your library for life. Have you seen The Ghost of John? It's my friend, Christian Giddings. It's got a whole bunch of really nice arrangements on the site. One of the things that we really specialize in is all of our composers have choirs they are actively working with, and all of their songs go in front of all of their choirs first. So if you've ever read a piece and gone, does this person really know how kids sing and what the boys do? That's not the situation here. Everyone performs all their pieces with their choirs, and we perform with each other. One of the things Christian loves to do is write out arrangements of rounds and simple unison songs. He also helped us start what we call our Flex series, and a Flex arrangement comes in unison, 2-part, 3-part, 4-part, all in one purchase. And they all line up together. So you can introduce the unison part to your choir, they really start kicking it, they're doing really well. You bump them up to the 2-part, they're really killing it. You bump them up to the 3-part, can't quite handle it. Go back to the 2-part, you're totally fine. You don't have to buy separate editions, it's all right in one package. So this one also has a 3-part SAB arrangement as well that is available. We're gonna just go ahead and take the performance suggestions down at the bottom. Everyone sings part 1 right at the start. And then we'll split off into part 1, part 2. You can do half and half, or just whoever feels like going on to part 2, the rest go back up to part 1. Then everyone sings part 3 together. It's right at measure 17. Add part 1, add part 2, part 3. You just keep repeating everything you're doing. Add part 1, add part 2. Then everyone comes down into measure 21, where it says end, and we finish out with the wouldn't it be chilly repeats. Structure make sense? Everyone starts together on part 1. I'll shout out instructions as we go. We'll get a little comfortable if we don't mind.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Have you seen the ghost of John? Long white lawns and the flesh all gone. Wouldn't it be chilly with no skin
1 and 2.
Have you seen the ghost of John? Long white bones and the flesh all gone. Wouldn't it be chilly with no
Everyone,
skin
part
on? John, John, ghost of John. John, John, ghost of
3. Add 1.
John.
Part 3, keep going.
Have you seen the ghost of John? John, white bones and the flesh of John. Ghost of John. Wouldn't it be chilly with no
Add part 2.
sun? Have you seen the ghost of John? Long white bones and the flesh of John. Ghost of John. Wouldn't it be chilly with no
To the end, measure 21.
Wouldn't it be chilly with no skin on? Wouldn't it be chilly with no skin
Quietest you can sing
on?
beautifully.
Wouldn't it be chilly with no skin on?
Stage whisper. It's fun. As I said, there's a full SAB arrangement as well if your choir's a little more advanced. We're going to try a few of our more slightly advanced things as well, because I know that it can be a little times as you do these reading sessions and where you're mostly elementary choirs, you sing all these unison tunes and you want a little bit of harmony in there as well. So we've got 2 more in here that I'm going to blast through real quick. Hey Ho the Holly is one I just commissioned for my retirement choir. in Mesa. Composer Andrew Hurst is also local to Arizona. He did college with me at the University of Maine, and he's a wonderful pianist, so you get really rich, lush, pop, musical theater inspired accompaniments over really beautiful, traditional voice leading, classic folk song arrangements. So that's he's one of my favorite composers in our catalog. Really singable stuff, but the piano stays really intense and interesting the whole time. That's the end. Yeah, sorry, we just didn't have a double bar. I appreciate it. No, that's why we have an editor. I will call the editor. Don't worry. There should be a double bar. That's what you get when everything's digital. All right. Easy enough to print a new edition. That is the other advantage as well, is as composers continue to adjust and make tweaks and add new arrangements, you can always come back and get the updated version as well. Lovely. So, Hey Ho the Holly. Hey Ho the Holly. This is Blow 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 Thou Winter Wind, the text that I'm sure you're all familiar with. Just have a nice, strong feel of arc in every one of these phrases, tides coming in and out. Blow, blow the winter wind, thou art not so unkind. Scan the text a little bit. As man's ingratitude, thy tooth is not so keen. I like that line, it's my name. Because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude. We'll sing Hey Ho, that's fine. Unto the green holly, most friendship is feigning, most loving near falling. That one always throws off my retirement choir, so I'm sure you'll be fine. From the top. I love his style. It's really lovely. He actually makes my kids enjoy Shakespeare, which is nice. It's a really horrifying message in that song. Like, go ahead, blow, winter wind, it's fine. The cold of your wind doesn't bite as bad as friends who forget you and don't care about you. You've never hurt me as much as my friends have. So the thing I'd like to close out with is what I submitted to the Western Division Best of the West composition. I did this for my retirement choir last year as a Christmas gift to them. My arrangement of Go Tell It on the Mountain. I apologize for having to read open score. Pretty straightforward in the beginning because careful that you don't jump forward with the melody because there are those little hum breaks on the first page. And then check out the middle. It splits into optional parts here. Just builds a little ostinato stack. It's something that I don't know if anybody is familiar with Issei Barnwell, Sweet Honey the Rock. She was the keynote speaker, yeah. I did a week-long workshop with her at Omega in New York, and she conducted the main All-State when I was there for college, so I spent several weeks training with her. And this is based in the same oral tradition style that she teaches in. So just building up stacked ostinatos, pulling in the melody from there. So you'll have, in the middle of page 2, we'll just have all the guys on Go Tell. Mind Reiki? Go tell, go tell, go tell, go tell. One set of ladies on. Go tell it on the, 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 go tell. And then altos on. Go tell it on the mountain. We have a nice little stat chord on the bottom there, so split as you want. And then the last page is just the same melody in 3 parts. Pretty solid structure. Take it from the top. Everybody on melody, nice and warm and sweet. Can I just get the key? Thank you.
Sorry about that.
All good. Just a D flat major. Yeah, thank you so much. D flat major.
D flat major.
All good. It starts on the.
Sorry, guys.
All good. Mi mi re do so do. Ready? We are swung. We are swung, and can you make sure that you swell into each of those long notes? Go tell it on the mountain. Be very careful of mountain, mountain. Very gentle. Ready? And sing. Go tell it on the mountain. Altos. Over the hills and everywhere. Sopranos. All gents. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds stand there watching, or silent flocks lie down, behold the world arise, there shone a holy So good job. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I'll hand out some coupon codes over here, but you can just remember Oake. Name's pretty easy to remember, Choir Unlimited. They'll be right up here on the front if you want to grab those on your way out. The rest of the stuff in your packet is featuring the rest of our composers. We have recordings online for most of them, and you can get a full perusal score, because one of my biggest frustrations in finding music is when you find the piece, you can get the first 3 pages, oh, this will be perfect, and you buy the piece, the copies arrive, and the last 2 pages, the range is crap, key change in the middle of it, kids can't do it, I just wasted all my money buying this piece. So you get to see the whole thing before you buy. I hope you enjoy it. I would love your feedback on everything we're doing, because we aren't really officially launched yet. This is the first real thing we've done. So I'm just really happy it got to happen. Thank you again.